Barbados, get up.
Good morning Barbados, good morning to you. Good morning, 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 morning. Good morning to you. Good morning Barbados, good morning to you. Good morning Barbados, good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
What you just saw are the things we do, the things we are indeed. And a very good morning to everyone. Welcome to Morning Barbados. I am Pearson Bowen. Wonderful having you company. Thank you so much for waking up to keep us company as well. Today, Wednesday, the 6th of August, 2025. So to all of you watching us on our streams on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, cbc.bb, to each of you, good morning. A very special good morning to you because you do exactly every day the one thing I ask you to do, which is share the show. Tell others about us. Bring them along so they can join in what we do. Let's build a community of excellence. And so I encourage you to continue doing so. And most with big thanks, I really want to encourage you to do so. Remember, if you know of something or someone whose story we need to tell, I'd like you to tell us. Tell us by sending us an email. Our email address is morninbarbados@cbc.bb. You know, we don't say the G. morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And I'm thanking you already for doing so. So big thanks to all one and all indeed. From wherever you are, it is wonderful having you company. Thank you for waking up to keep us company. How was your yesterday? Seriously, how was your yesterday? Crop Over literally came to an end yesterday with the last scheduled event on the calendar, which was Soca 25, which started last evening, and I saw thousands of you there. I was not. I sat from home and watched. But to all of you who went and had a really good time this sweetest summer festival, well done. Your rest is well deserved. Auntie Faye, good morning to you. A wonderful Wednesday morning to you as well. And to Anthony Smith, hello to you, Patricia. Ben, Pat, where have you been? I haven't heard you over the last few days, but I hope you have a great day, Pat. Thank you for watching us from afar. Have yourself a fantastic morning indeed. Rhonda Hines Graham, I call you Sweet Rons. Everybody knows that. And so to you, Rons, have a lovely Wednesday. All the best to you indeed. Keep exercising, she reminds us. And Rons, I hear you. I'm not so sure about this admonition to keep exercising. I try my best. I shall continue to do so. But Lordy, it's tough. Paula Mears, good morning to you, Paula Mears. A good morning to you as well. Thank you so much for commenting and sharing. So talk among yourselves, talk to us as well. We love it when you interact. And so keep that interaction high and going. Thanks to all of you indeed. Now, this morning is a very special morning also for especially young man. It was on this day many years ago, not that many indeed, when he was born to a beautiful mother. And he came into this world, and ever since then, he has impacted the world with his talent. And so this morning, we want to recognize Jaco Lawrence. It's his birthday. Jaco, good morning to you indeed. Happy birthday to you. Mommy loves you. The entire family does as well. And so all of Barbados celebrates your birthday today. Jaco, a recording artist, now giving his full life to the gospel of Christ. And so to you, Jaco, good morning. Enjoy your birthday. All the best to you indeed today as you celebrate. Slice of cake, Jaco. That's all I'm asking of you. A slice of cake. Let your mother bring it to work tomorrow. All right. Don't forget, yesterday we met with Irika Jelani. Irika Jelani is having healing arts. It's an opportunity for you to come together in her space in St. Andrew. Those healing arts will take us back to the bush, to the land, to those natural herbs and medicines that we have grown up on. There's a generation that has not. And so sometimes you just want to be able to step back for a moment to look at the things that work so that we can find those things that work for today as well and not have to rely so much on pharmaceuticals. There are other ways of healing the soul. And so Healing Arts is on Saturday, this coming Saturday at Ngozi Farm. That's in St. Andrew. She reminded you that you need to take the St. Andrew bus and you travel all the way up and the bus driver will take you to Ngozi Farm. Just ask, they'll drop you off. So Healing Arts with Irika Jelani at Ngozi Farm and Cultural Sanctuary, Turner's Hall, St. Andrew, on Saturday from 10 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon. It's all part of regathering the arts in St. Andrew. And I really want to commend this activity to you. There's a lot coming up today. Today, we're connecting Barbados with Africa. We want to take a look at it simply because coming up in November, there's a big activity happening here on this island for the very first time outside of the continent. Well, not first time outside of the continent, but significant in the Caribbean indeed. And so what's the relationship between Barbados through the BTMI and the Guba Enterprise? We'll introduce them to you in just a little while. Toronto Caravana is now over. Lux Caribbean was a part of it. We want to hear how it all went, and so the director will join us to talk a little bit about that from Canada. CariFesta 15 is literally days away. Today is the 6th. It starts on the 22nd. That makes it 16 days until CariFesta 15 here in Barbados. And there are a number of things happening already on the calendar, and so we want you to get equally excited. This morning we want to talk a little bit about those big conversations that will be ongoing, looking at a range of subjects about who we are as a people of the region and how we can not just learn about our own differences but our similarities, but how can we build upon our shared experiences. So all of that we'll talk about this morning as well. And also, as part of CariFesta, there is going to be an explosion of theatre arts. And so as we celebrate how we express ourselves through theatre, we'll also be sharing with you how you can be a part. All of that and a whole lot more straight ahead here on Morning Barbados. It's 8 after the hour. I'll take a break. We're coming right back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray, microbiome, probiotics, and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons, which will surprise many, is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end. And what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our life.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're 13 minutes after 6 o'clock now as we turn our attention to this fantastic alliance, one would have to say, between the Barbados Tourism Marketing Incorporated, Government of Barbados, and the Guba Enterprise. Joining me this morning as we continue to talk a little bit about how we reclaim our Atlantic destiny. We know we've been talking about this now months on months, and so we wanted to show tangibly how that happens now. We are happy to have with us the founder and literally the president of Guba Enterprises, a face for those of you who like British content that you're absolutely familiar with, as through EastEnders, she's one of those outstanding actresses indeed. Lady Denta Amortang, good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
Welcome to Barbados firstly.
Oh my goodness, I love Barbados. I feel at home in Barbados.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yes.
I'm excited to hear what you will tell others a little later on.
Okay, no worries.
Okay. We're joined also by Kyle Gittins, who is the BTMI's Director for Emerging Markets. I mean, Africa is also your playground, so to speak, isn't it, Kyle?
Oh, yes, definitely. Good morning to you, Pearson. Thank you for having me this morning.
You're very welcome. Thank you to the BTMI for making this possible as well, as you work with a number of other agencies, Invest Barbados, the National Cultural Foundation, the Mission in Ghana, and the Government of Barbados. And so here we are. Lady Denta, again, talk to me a little bit about Guba Enterprises.
Okay. So Guba started 16 years ago in the UK. It stands for Grow, Unite, Build Africa. And it started from a place where I wanted to, me and myself and my team, wanted to bridge the gap between the diaspora and the continent and our people at large. What we found was that any time that you would ask somebody, oh, who's your role model? They'll say Bill Gates. And I'm like, we have our people that are doing exceptionally well. Why don't we create a platform that celebrates them, acknowledges the work that they do, and also show that you can be successful in the diaspora and also on the continent? And so it started in 2009. We've grown from strength to strength. We've done it in the US, we've done it in Ghana, in Rwanda, and now in the Caribbean. And it's really important for us bridging that gap. Again, our people are here.
Yes.
You know, if you look at, history, what history has done in terms of slavery, 35% of people who are Bajan are actually from Ashanti. I'm Ashanti myself, and I think reconnecting our people back, showcasing the talent that we have, and also looking at investment opportunities for our people to come to the Caribbean, to Barbados, and look at investment opportunities. So for me, it's timely. When we talk about reclaiming our Atlantic destiny, when we talk about connecting, rebuilding, and renewing the relationship.
How has it been for you, though, being able to project the best of who we are as people of color across the world when you're faced with so many other disparities in the world?
Yeah, it's been good and it's been exciting because I always believe that representation matters, and whenever you see somebody that's excelling and doing well, we need to put them on that platform. There's many of us, and there's many of us also that are unsung heroes that nobody hears about. And so for us is really showcasing that and letting the world know that actually this 13-year-old that we celebrated a few years ago got into universities at the age of 13. We celebrated her. We celebrated an 11-year-old autistic girl who's a painter, extraordinary painter, and we actually did an art exhibition for her. We've celebrated the CEO of the Recording Academy, Grammys. In 2022, he came to the awards in Rwanda, and now he's they're doing Grammy Africa. So there's impact in these awards. It's not just, us celebrating, but actually reconnecting our people back onto the soil and celebrating excellence.
What did you know about Barbados prior to coming to Barbados?
Rihanna.
That's a good start.
Riri. I knew a little bit about the history, but obviously you have an amazing ambassador, which is Rihanna, but you have an amazing president and prime minister. Her Excellency Mia Mottley has really shown the light in connecting our people back. When she goes to the AU, her speeches are like, yes. She speaks and you just feel it in your heart. And so she has been a big inspiration for us, and wanting to also be here and doing the event here. So it's not just about the awards. We're doing a trade and investment conference. We're looking at industries on the second day, and then we do the celebration. Because for us, we just don't want to come into a country and just do a celebration, but what are the investment opportunities that are on the ground? Is it agriculture? Is it tourism, which is big here? What other things can we do as a people and invest in Barbados?
As excited as you are about Barbados and the Caribbean, we are equally excited about Africa. That's why we have Kyle do what he does, indeed. And so Kyle, talk to me a little bit about positioning that relationship between Barbados and Africa.
Yes, definitely, Pearson. So we've had, we evaluated our major source markets and where our visitor arrivals came from. And we recognize immense opportunity from the African continent. So, we have our embassies based there in Accra, Ghana, headed up by Her Excellency Juliet Bino Sutherland. And then we also have a High Commission based in Nairobi as well. So over the last few months or so, when we were evaluating the opportunities there, we saw that, why not diversify our product? So basically we appointed myself in the role of Director of Emerging Markets. That was at the beginning of January this year. And I've had a fantastic time working with the teams through our embassies, and then persons such as Lady Denton and the Gupa Enterprise to build our brand awareness across that important market for us.
Being seen, heard, understood, and then forging those linkages. How interesting was that? I was going to say difficult, but how interesting was that to be seen and acknowledged as Barbados one in that global space known as Africa, and then to be able to not just knock on the door, sit at the table, but to get them to agree to come to us and let's call to you?
Oh yes, definitely. It was an overwhelming feeling. I had an opportunity to visit Nairobi back in May, and I've had opportunity through the BTMI to work and live within the United Kingdom, the United States, most recently Panama as well. And Barbados is a familiar destination for many of these markets. But now establishing a presence in Africa, you have to work a little bit harder in terms of building that awareness, one, and then getting persons to visit the destination too. So when I had the opportunity to work with His Excellency Alex McDonald and his team back in May, I was blown over. It was an amazing feeling, Pearson, to see the reception. I felt like I was leaving home and going to home, and not only from a tourism perspective and speaking about the destination, a lot of the questions that were asked to me were what are the investment opportunities in Barbados? So then this highlights the importance as well with working with our sister agencies such as the Invest Barbados and capitalizing on the opportunities to partner with persons such as the Guba Enterprise.
Barbados recently returned from Liberia, our president and a contingent. Were you aware of this, Lady Denton?
No, I saw that.
You saw it. Yeah. And so for Barbados, that footprint across the African continent is important for us to build that connection. That's why reclaiming our Atlantic destiny means more than just words.
Absolutely. And I think also for us, what we're trying to do is actually do a chartered flight from Accra to Barbados for the event. And that is what we need. I think, for far too long, again, we're having to travel from, from Ghana to the UK or the US to get to the Caribbean, when the Caribbean is only 5 hours away. Yes. Why can't we have a direct airline that flies our people back and forth for that trade? And I think the trade element is very important now, especially looking at what's happening in America, what's happening in Europe. How do we as a people start trading amongst each other? That's really, really important. The market is there. We have the resources. How about actually someone's doing product in Ghana, how do we not do the packaging here? And if they do want to send it to the Americas and stuff, it's easier because you guys are closer to America. So I think all of these conversations are really important on how we strategize and strengthen that bond.
Building a taste for either side, whether it's Africa for Barbadian products or Barbados for African products, how do you see that happening so that we begin to have a passion for what each other has to offer?
I think there's a passion for it. You know, even when I came and I'm wearing this African outfit, people are like, Denta, like, you know, how do we get some of these here? You know, that is an opportunity. You know, tourism, how do we learn how Barbados has made tourism such a fantastic thing, right? How do we, as Ghana, as Africa, learn from that? Your beaches are clean, you know, the hospitality, everything. How do we learn from that? How do we exchange those type of things as well? You've got our nurses, right?
Yes.
You have Ghanaian nurses here in Barbados, and so we're already building that relationship and that transfer of knowledge. So I think there's many other things that we can do together.
You spoke about the investment forum that will be happening as part of the activity in November. Who do you see coming to be a part of that?
We have already a lot of people coming for that. We even just confirmed Rita Jo Lewis, who's the president of Exim Bank in the US, are very interested in the conversation as well. We have top CEOs of different industries that have confirmed. We've partnered with Afri-Exim. As you know, they're doing a lot of work here. You know, we've partnered with so many entities, the British High Commission as well. They're sending a delegation of businesses that are interested as well. So I think it's going to be a great event to really showcase what Barbados have and the opportunities for others to invest.
Is this a regional activity as well, or is it simply, Kyle, for Barbados alone, this investment forum?
Right, so this is the first destination outside of the UK and Africa that GUBA has chosen to host the events this year, but we're opening and inviting our regional brothers and sisters to join us here on island as well.
As you see, we don't keep it to ourselves.
I know, and that's what I love about Barbados. And I think we have invited, you know, Grenada, Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Kitts, all of the Caribbean. I recently did a trade mission with the Anguilla PM last year or last 2 years, and again it was about forging that relationship, looking at the opportunities. We don't want to just sit there and not look at the opportunities that is at hand, and it's just 5 hours away.
It's just 5 hours away. Much more to talk about with Lady Denta and Kyle from the BTMI. We'll take a break here. We're back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're talking about a wonderful relationship between the GUBA Enterprises and the BTMI, as well as the government of Barbados, Invest Barbados, the National Cultural Foundation, the Embassy in Ghana. all of these coming together to create what we believe is another way to reclaim our Atlantic destiny, to reposition ourselves as people of color, but people of excellence as well. And so that's what will be celebrated in November, when they have that moment to have an exchange in investment, an exchange of ideas, opportunities one side and the other, so we can all benefit from the other. But what's in it for Barbados, we ask ourselves at times. And so Kyle from the BTMI, Kyle Gittins, who is a director of emerging markets from the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. is with us. And so Kyle, let's talk a little bit about what you see where you sit as those opportunities for us to be able to build those relationships between ourselves and the African continent.
Most definitely, Pearson. So according to the UN World Travel Organization, you know, the middle class population within the African market is expected to grow to 1.1 billion by 2030, and by extension there are over 20 million people working within, living outside of the African continent but have that African descent, and working closely with the Gooba enterprise, for example, gives us an opportunity to capitalize on that growing market. You know, Barbados, of course, you know, we are a leisure-based tourism destination, but this also highlights that we are more than capable of hosting these types of events as well. As you are aware, we just came out of the Crop Over Festival, amazing events, from privately staged events to governmentally staged events. And then also we have the opportunity to host major events like the Afri-Caribbean Trade and Investment Forum. Barbados was the first destination to host that back in 2022. So I'm looking forward for an amazing production in November with the Gooba team.
We're also now about to host CariFesta. CariFesta, the Caribbean coming together as one big festival over a number of days. So we have the capacity. We know that we have seen ourselves now emerging as a destination for festivals and events and hosting a big forum. And so naturally, we want to welcome the Gooba enterprises to host your upcoming awards. Talk to me a little bit about that, how that is structured, and how, as people of Barbados and the region who are watching as well, who are global, really, we're very global, how can they be a part?
Yeah, so it's happening on the 10th to the 12th of November. As I mentioned, the first day is the trade and investment. We're also going to do, you know, stands where you can buy things as well, so fashion, art. We love art. And then the second day again is looking at industries. So we'll go into the field with Invest in Barbados and look at, you know, the opportunities that's at hand. And then in the evening we're having a reception at the Lara Court. And then on the Wednesday is the awards. And so we encourage everybody to come and be part of it, because you're not just going to get inspiration, but it's going to equip you to do more. When you hear people's stories, it should encourage you that sometimes you're sitting in your situation thinking, oh, I can't do this, but you can. It's in you. It's possible. Others are doing it. And so come and be encouraged, come and look at the opportunities, come and network. I think your network is your net worth, as they keep saying. And so build that network to be able to grow as an individual. Anybody that's interested in business, anybody that's interested in investment, and also just building their network, I think you need to be there.
Build your network, build your net worth. As you do so as well.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about the categories of the awards. Do you already have those defined?
Yes, so tomorrow actually is our nominees announcement. We're having it at the British High Commissioner's residence with Her Excellency Sandra Dame as our special guest.
Dame Sandra.
Yeah, Dame Sandra. I was actually with her at State House yesterday for a private dinner. Amazing woman. But yes, we're having the nominees. It's 21 categories this year. So from anywhere from sport to healthcare to leadership, business. I wanted to drop a few names, but I don't know if I'm allowed. But no, we're celebrating people from Barbados, people who are Bayesian that are also in the diaspora, that are flying the flag for Barbados. We're also recognizing people from the continent that are doing well, people from the diaspora, African Americans, and just bringing everybody together on one stage. So we're really excited. There are people that are going to resonate with people. There are people that you're not going to know, but you're going to start Googling them. And so tomorrow is a big day for us. We're going to have our board chair, Yvonne Abapoku, who's our board chair of GUBA, attending. We have Ambassador Juliet, also Sunderland, coming as well tomorrow. So it's going to be an amazing, we're going to have poetry from Ghana, actually. Chief Mome is in town. He's going to do our poetry. So it's going to be a fantastic event.
It's important, I think, for us to see people who look like us be excellent. And oddly enough, as it happens, if you really look around look into your media, you are going to see people who are of our color excelling in almost everything, and it scares others. But that's a good thing. It's a good because thing. We are asserting ourselves and reclaiming literally our positioning in this world. Absolutely. And oftentimes we tend to define ourselves by our color. And now I hope you begin to see that definition is true, which is that we are all excellent. Yeah. And so the GUBA Awards celebrates that. It celebrates the fact that we are equal, and in some cases much better than those things that we have put up as standard. Absolutely. And you know, they don't showcase enough about what we do. Sometimes we're very humble in what we do, right? That's okay. And that's fine. But we want to shine the spotlight. So look, Namibia has the first female president in Namibia. That is exciting. She's broken something for other women to be able to go through. So these are really important for us to put spotlights on. So even though sometimes we're not celebrating these people on the platform, we're shining a light on our social media, on our LinkedIn to say, look, this is somebody that has broken something. And so it's really important for us to have those type of encouragement. So yeah, if you are not already planning on coming to the GUBA Awards, you need to come. It's going to be happening at the Wyndham. Okay. All of the events is going to be there. Again, you can go to the www.gubaawards.co.uk. That's GUBA awards.com, and all of the information is there. And if you have people who are in Ghana, call them and say, listen, get on that charter flight to Barbados. I was saying that we're going to have a party. We're going to have a Caribbean party on the flight to Barbados. That's right. With rum. And while we're sharing this, you can see on your screen, folks, once you go to the website, this is what you'll engage with. GUBA Trade and Investment Conference comes to Barbados the 10th to 12th of November 2025. You need to register, book your space, book your whatever now. And this is important that you do so because we're celebrating who we are as a people, the excellence of who we are as people of color. And you see, I'm excited about this, not just because I'm a person of color, but that Barbados is also able to do this, Kyle, because we've found a way to be able to rise in excellence in hosting these events as well. Yes, so Barbados, yes, prime destination for hosting meetings and incentives. We have a lot of amazing venues across the island, from the traditional, like the Wyndham, for example, and then we have unique event spaces as well. So you have like the Old Fort, which is within the UNESCO World Heritage Site, you know, so you have a wide option there to select from to make your event stand out. And that's how we want to position Barbados as a culturally rich destination, and that we're open and we're willing to welcome each and everyone from across the African continent and from the diaspora as well. Yeah, and also course, the tourism that it brings, right? The tourism. So people are not just coming for the trade and investment, but also tourism attractions that you have. Many of them, like oysters, right? You use the word we. I love it. I love it that you said we. Yes, she's already Barbadian. I'm Barbadian. I am. I'm from Barbados. No, but I think that, you know, for people to explore. Yesterday we had an email from one of the nominees. She's like, I'm trying to book from the 3rd of November to the 15th. Wow. Yeah, she's like, if I'm coming to Barbados, let me come spend some time and relax, you know, and really enjoy the country. And so it's about also pushing out tourism into the country as well, so people can see the amazing things that you have here. Yeah. Amazing things indeed. From accommodation to attractions to everything, the hosting with large events, small events. We party hard. You party hard. That's why they didn't come to Crop Over. I said, 3 o'clock in the morning.
morning, finishing 5 o'clock.
It's a celebration. It's a celebration indeed. And so life is wonderful on this island indeed. And that's how we position ourselves, right, Kyle?
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
Life is wonderful. If you want to do pleasure, you find it here. If you don't want to do work, you find it here. The opportunities are rich and real. And it's just waiting for you to grab hold of. Of course, you know, for those who are coming, I know bookings are going to be important, Kyle, because, you know, accommodation is only so much.
Yes, definitely. But, you know, we have our mainstream 4 5-star categories of accommodation, but then we also have the intimate hotels group. So depending on your budget, you know, you have the option there. And I think that is what differentiates us from many destinations as well, is the diversity of our product offering. There's something for everyone. And I know Lady Denta has been doing a great job in sharing the message about the awards being held in Barbados. And even as a spillover, you know, I've been getting a lot of inquiries from across the African continent as well. I've had emails from Gambia, which is in West Africa, Ghana as well. I've had media reach out to me from East Africa in Nairobi, Kenya as well, you know. So having opportunities to partner with persons like the Guba Enterprise further shares, you know, that Barbados is willing to welcome you to our beautiful island.
That is so well said, Kyle. So well said. I don't even know if we can add anything to that. Really. Barbados is willing to welcome you and ready to welcome you to our beautiful island to host your events, to just come and relax on the beaches, to do everything that your heart desires, but most of all for the Guba Awards coming up in November. Remember, go to the website and begin to see what it is about. Go to the website and see how you can book your space, reserve your space in Barbados, whether it's accommodation or to just register for the upcoming activities, the Trade and Investment Forum, the awards ceremony, that diplomatic reception at Lara Court. There's a lot happening November 10th to 12th this year, thanks to Lady Denta and her team at the Guba Enterprises.
Thank you so much.
And so, what are you hoping to do while you're here?
So one of the other things that we have is the Guba Foundation, which looks at supporting children with autism. And so I'm going to be visiting some of the places my team have sent me, because one of the things that we also do is give back. And so we want to partner with some of the institutions that are supporting children and families living with autism.
That is so important.
Yeah, so important. It's a big taboo in our culture. People think that, you know, if you have a child with autism, it's witchcraft. But our signature or our theme is neurodiversity is my superpower, and we want to promote that. And so one of the things that I'm going to be doing whilst I'm here is making sure that I get the right places that we can also support when we're here in November.
Big thank you.
Thank you.
Big thank you from this little heart of mine to yours. Indeed. You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Lady Denta Aboateng, she is the founder and president of the Guba Enterprises. Kyle Gittings is the director of emerging markets with the Barbados Tourism Marketing Incorporated. There is a wonderful synergy, and we're in the middle. We benefit from all of these synergies indeed. And so the Guba Awards are coming up on the 10th to 12th of November this year. And there are lots of things happening. Please go to the website and see for yourself. But if you're somewhere else in the world and you're hearing this, perhaps for the very first time, not just search the website, but while you do, book. You see it right there, that one call to action.
Yes,
book
now.
Indeed. In other words, don't dilly-dally, because you'll miss an opportunity here, right here indeed. And I want to thank both of you. This is exciting. And these are exciting times, Kyle, for Barbados indeed. There's a lot happening all year long. And with regathering on this year as well, there it is. It just adds to everything that's happening. Lady Denta, it's so good to see you.
Thank you.
In flesh.
Yes.
I said to her out there, you know, I've seen you, I've watched you on EastEnders since I'm a consumer of British products. And so it is so wonderful to see you for the first time in the person.
Thank you so much. And I just want to say a big thank you to BTMI for their support, Invest in Barbados, the Embassy of Ghana. If it wasn't for Phil and our ambassador, we wouldn't be here, Ambassador Julia.
If you watch your screen, the little monitor right there, this last name is amusing. I don't know, it's probably African, I don't know, but valid points raised. I can't wait for the awards in November. Something.
Akosia.
Thank you.
That's from Ghana. Yeah,
That's from Ghana?
Yeah.
Thank you. Peter Paha is saying Guba is the whole...
Wheezy. That's a Ghanaian. It's like a whole thing. It's a big thing. Oh, wow.
So they're locking in. Look at this one now. No, you call the words. I don't know.
Okay, we're taking Barbados
by storm.
Yes.
And
I'm too. Yes, I'm too.
Yeah.
She's in my office.
Oh, really?
Oh, my people are watching.
Sheesh. We love Barbados.
Yay.
This is lovely, and this is what we want.
Aww.
This is what we want to hear.
This
So
is
wherever
nice.
you are across the world, don't let them crowd you out, Barbados.
No.
Come to the awards. Log in, log out, and book now.
Book now.
Thank you so much indeed.
Thank
you,
you.
Kyla. So you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Let's go, Gooba.
Yay.
Another one from Africa. This is
Awesome.
sweet. We've reached the African continent, and we're happy to do so. We like forging these ties. The BTMI, this is what they do.
Yeah.
And so we're happy always to work, as you know, Kyle, with the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. to further the presence of Barbados globally and to tell the story of Barbados, because Barbados is open to business.
Absolutely.
We can do this together.
We can do it together.
Indeed.
Most definitely.
Thank you very much,
Thank
both of
you.
you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. We're taking a break. We're back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources. He'll give you the people. Not only will He equip you with ideas, but He will equip you with favor, as He did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about solar ray, microbiome, probiotics, and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scold, a look into the future.
How did it go?
Oh, it was phenomenal. This year was the first time we did the King and Queen showcase, and that was one of the focal points of our season. because the King and Queen Showcase hasn't has Barbadian representation for at least 25 years. It could be longer, but we don't know far back beyond that. So we want to say 25 plus years. And so we actually, our representation for the Queen Showcase was actually called the Pride of Barbados. And it was a full representation of the national flower of Barbados. So that was such an honor to see it come to life on stage. And so that was the focal point, I think, of our season. But of course, we had the Junior Carnival Parade, at which we also entered the Junior King and Queen for the first time this year. And we finished things off with the Grand Parade, the equivalent to the Grand Kaduma here in Toronto Carnival.
We want to know, were we winners in anything?
No, we weren't. Unfortunately, not this year. But we did do both the Queen Showcase and the Junior Parade. We were at the top of our category in the small band category in both of them. The Grand Parade, unfortunately, we didn't retain our title for the 2025 Small Band of the Year. But overall, I would say that we had our best season overall in terms of execution. So that to us is even more important than the grand prize.
You know,
so we're proud.
Pulling the band together and getting it all ready. Indeed, talk to me a little bit about the team effort that went into this, so that we could showcase the best of who we are on the road.
Oh, it was a full team effort from even way days before, because there were so many pieces, so many different elements to the carnival. Because within a 2-week period, because July 20th would have been our Junior Parade. Then the 31st of July was the King and Queen, and then the 2nd of August would have been the Grand Parade. And then within that time period, we had to have distribution before the Junior Parade and distribution between the Junior Parade and the Grand Parade. So it took our team is pretty lean, but I would say that our team is efficient because even from distribution to on the day of both parades, we had a solid support system logistically, because logistics is my primary forte for the band when it comes to preparing for the road. So in terms of getting all the entertainment, being the DJs and the artists, ensuring that we have our generator, make sure that we have our make sure we have a plan to decorate the truck, all the different parts and pieces that come together. And then, of course, everything doesn't go as perfect according to plan. So there's always a plan B and a plan C. So it's a lean team, but really, really big efforts, especially on the day of, from all of our volunteers, from our marshals, and much more. Like we're grateful for the support that we get from the community, and we're happy to give back as from our Lux Carnival perspective.
Are you watching the screen as well and seeing some of the action?
Yes. So that this moment actually that's shown on the screen is when the mayor of Toronto was within our Junior Carnival Parade band, and we actually had a Tassa band also playing along the sides.
Oh, sweet.
But one of the really, really important elements about our Junior Parade is that our brand ambassadors for the parade, the ones that would have done our intro for our showcase, they were special needs. And that really set the tone for our showcase, and it allowed us to allow people to understand that level is for everyone, regardless of ability or anything. So we were happy to welcome them and happy to introduce our showcase with special needs children, because I think it set the tone for showing that we are an accessible band, we're an inclusive band, and we're here for everyone.
So well said. Music on the road. Was there Bajan music on the road? Yes or
Oh,
no?
100%.
100%?
100%.
Okay.
Not 100% Bajan music, but 100% that there was Bajan music
Okay.
in every element that we had. So for the junior parade, we had Bajan music included. King and Queen, sorry, our King and Queen showcase. We had a individual
Mm-hmm.
participation, a female individual. Her name was Sabrina,
Mm-hmm.
and that representation was actually it was called Wonder of Labre,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a showcase in a representation of the Pitch Lake in Trinidad.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the music was Trinidadian for that part, but then the Pride of Barbados showcase, which was our queen, that was primarily, if not 100%, Bajan music for that showcase.
No. What song did you play, by the way? I'm curious.
So our intro song for the Pride of Barbados Queen Showcase was actually Bridgetown Early Saturday Morning, Mighty Gabby.
Right.
And then we went into Cup of a Good Morning,
Peter Ram.
Peter Ram, and then we went from there. I can't remember all the songs,
Right.
but we had about 5-6 Bajan songs in a mix for 4 to 5 minutes.
And that for me, I think is so important to have that showcased in that international space where so many eyes and ears are then focused in on what our festival is also offering. How do you see Lutz Carnival and Caribana linking with Crop Over in a significant way to be able to be a platform for the art form known as soca and calypso?
I think there's a lot of opportunities for connection. I know, fortunately, our Grand Parade is 2 days before Grand Kadooment. So Lutz Carnival, we see that as an opportunity to say, look, like Grand Kadooment is in 2 days. For all those that are here that, for whatever reason, if you can't make it to Barbados, we're gonna give you that crop over experience in Toronto, and that will be in the music especially, because a lot of the focal point for a lot of the music for crop over will be out at that point. So on our Grand Parade stage, we were able to play a lot of the what will be the biggest hits for crop over, like Tech Charge, Lead Pipe, that would be playing on the road for us as well. But it's also an opportunity because it's not the same day. Crop over is in 2 days.
Yes.
There's an opportunity for people to leave Toronto on the Sunday, because I know a lot of people that do that, and then go to crop over. And so the link is still very much possible between both elements, musically and even physically, going from Toronto to Barbados to experience both carnivals.
Caribana is for the Caribbean person who lives in Toronto. It's an opportunity for them to parade and have a good time on the streets, live out their carnival experience. In terms of the Barbadian response, how was it this year? To Barbadians turning up and turning out to be a part of it?
Honestly, I would say that the Barbadian response has grown over time. Like I could see, even one thing that we like to notice when we're going down the main parts of the parade route is flags.
Wow.
So in our junior parade, we would have seen, especially coming towards the stage, you would have seen a fair amount of Bajan flags.
Nice.
But even at Grand Parade, it was physical. You could see the Bajan representation there, especially when we play the music.
Yes.
You see the crowd reacting, because a lot of times they won't expect to hear, especially new crop over like music in Toronto for Toronto Carnival. So the reactions were great. It was amazing.
I'm glad you said it, because I really wanted to ask, how did you feel when you saw the flags, the representation, and then when you saw the reaction? How did that make Chad Wickham feel?
It made me feel proud. It made me feel proud to be from Barbados, because I had my flag too. And it made me feel like I wasn't alone, because I could take up my flag, and I had a lot of other people also waving their flag alongside me. And even people from, not only from Barbados, but to see people from other islands also celebrating our music, that made me feel pride as well, because it's one thing to see people from home being celebrated alongside you. But then to see people from other islands appreciating our music is amazing. It's just a feeling of euphoria that I can't even explain.
And this is one event where you don't feel lost in a metropolitan city. Here it is, now you're seeing other people around you who are just from the same place from which you were born, and now you feel a part. Do you not feel that outside of Caribana? Do you get that sense of connectivity when there is no Caribana still?
Yes. It's not the same level of connectivity, but I found even recently, I feel like I see a lot more Bajans, hear a lot more Bajan accents where to go, especially because I live in London, Ontario. I actually don't live in Toronto. It's about two hours away from west of Toronto, and even in my city, I've been seeing much more Bajans. The presence it has been there. Like I feel. It just feels like there's more of us around, and it feels welcoming. But it also feels that because there's more of us around, more people outside of Barbados and outside of the diaspora, they know about Barbados, and they're like, oh, I have a friend, or I have a friend from Barbados, or I've been to Barbados. I hear that so often. So you get that connection a lot. I feel now more than ever.
That's fantastic. How long have you been there now?
It is 13 years for me now.
Listen, you said I'm very funny. 13 years, as if it's been an eternity.
It's an eternity in terms of, I guess, the full span of my life is almost 50% of the time, going on to 50% of the time that I've been alive. So 40% about. So it feels like a long time.
That's wonderful, man. Listen, Chad, you are doing phenomenal work up there as a Barbadian, because now you're like a crazy ambassador for Barbados as well. When you hear the accent, you connect right away. You tell people about us. You pull together the band. You play the music as a DJ. You just make sure Barbados is represented. We salute you for that. And most of all, we thank you. It seems as if you had a really, really good carnival. This is the Barbadian, the Pride of Barbados costume.
That is the Pride of Barbados costume right there.
Who designed it?
So you can kind of see. So it was designed by there's a person here. His name is Richard. He did a lot of the wire work for it, and the person that actually pulled the queen, she's a soca artist here in Toronto. Her name is Handful. She helped to do a lot of like the design for it as well. Between two of them, they put in a lot of the work, and then they also had various members of our team also like helping to pull together the different pieces. But between Handful and Richard, they actually worked a lot on the design and the framework for it. And it worked well because Handful got to put together something for her to actually pull on stage. So that was amazing.
Beautiful representation indeed. Well done, Chad, and well done, Lux Carnival indeed. And thanks for the report. You know, it's been good to know that it came off well. So thank you so much, Chad. All the best to you and the team going forward.
Thank you so much, Pearson.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for your time, and I really appreciate the platform.
You're very welcome, Chad. That's it. Chad reporting for us on Lux Carnival, participation in the Toronto Caribana. And so there you saw for yourself, folks. We did well. We looked good. We sounded good indeed. And so there's much more ahead on Morning Barbados right after this break.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when company...
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Let's take a look at some news now. Tensions are rising among boat owners stationed at the Harbour Road repair yard as a wave of break-ins leaves many of them counting their losses. With at least 40 boats targeted, they're calling on authorities to step up security before the situation worsens. The repair yard, usually a space for much-needed maintenance, has been the target of break-ins and the owners are not pleased. Boat owner Charles Ennis says security is needed.
But we had some difficulties since we haul up here. Since I haul up here and I haul up here at the end of May, where we had some serious breaking in. People breaking in the boats, carrying away things out the boats, and stuff like that. And we're being harassed by people that breaking in the boats. The boatyard needs some more security and stuff.
Well, a worker at that boatyard, who only gave his name as Ali, says unless a broken gate is fixed, the issue will continue. He claims that he's logged a number of complaints before, but to no avail.
My concern most important is this gate that they have 40 more breaking into and things has been stolen, and the problem is that this hasn't been fixed. So in the coming weeks it's going to be the hurricane season, and if this problem is solved, it can be the same problem again. Because we got more boats going to be coming in, and the problem is that I work for the yard itself, boat yard, and every owner would ask me, how come my boat get broken into? And I can't answer.
Well, the Chief Fisheries Officer, Dr. Shelley-Ann Cox, says steps are being taken to prevent future break-ins. She says the Fisheries Division is working closely with key stakeholders to ensure that the area remains a secure storage space for fishing vessels. Those break-ins, which occurred between June the 23rd and 28th, prompted immediate action from the dock master and other officials who have since made several recommendations to strengthen security at the site.
We have been collaborating with the Barbados Port Inc. and Barbados Police Service to increase patrols during the night in an attempt to arrest the perpetrators. The Barbados Port Inc. also have cameras installed in close proximity for increased surveillance. There is a gate that has been damaged. The repair of this gate is being assessed and will be completed in short order. Since these measures have been implemented, there have been no break-ins reported since June.
The crop over now party bans may opt to be judged once again next year. This year, the bans, some of them largest on the roads, opted out of judging to help fix a major issue from last year. That's according to Brian Worrell, who is the president of the Barbados Association of Masqueraders, and who says those issues related to bottlenecks, with some bands delayed for hours. Worrell says they lobbied the National Cultural Foundation for a smoother plan, and all parties agreed.
We wanted to take a relook at the starting of the event, because last year we had a lot of issues with the start. It was a lot of blocking up. Bands took 2 to 3 hours just to get past the stage last year. So we wanted to look at how we could work on the floor, as it's not only the second year we're using this new route. So what we came up with was the party bands decided they would forego judging so that they could transition through the stage area faster, as they're the larger of the bands as well that passed the stage. We had an agreement there. We put it forward to the NCF. They agreed. The trade-off was that the prize monies that we would have been vying for in judging was allotted to the bands up front as an addition to their subvention.
He said although the plan worked, they will need to meet to decide what will happen for next year.
For judging, we're going to relook it. We're going to have a post-mortem meeting in terms of the bands to see if it's something that we want to do again. I think that the bands may want to compete because, it's all competition is part of it, as we know that. But this year was really just about making sure that the route works. So we will relook that, and it can be on the table because it wasn't a permanent thing that we did. It was just temporary to make sure that the route worked.
Motorists will be able to get the tint on their vehicles tested from today, starting this morning and going right through to the 10th of August. Vehicle owners can attend one of 12 drive-through locations across the island from 10 in the morning till 5 each day. This comes as the government moves to implement tint legislation from September the 1st.
Don't get caught in the dark. Test your tint today. You can find testing sites in Christchurch at the Christchurch Foundation School and St. David's Anglican Church Car Park, St. Michael at the Combermere School, Wildy Gymnasium, Queen's College and Kensington Oval, in St. Philip at the Princess Margaret Secondary School, St. James the Frederick Smith Secondary School, St. George the St. George Secondary, St. Peter the Alexandra School, St. Thomas the Wetchman Hall Post Office and St. Joseph at the Grantley Adams Secondary School.
Sports now, the West Indies will be hoping to turn things around when they begin a new series with Pakistan from Friday. The three-match one-day international series will be played at the Brian Lara Sports Ground in Trinidad. Damien Best reports.
How will West Indies turn around their fortunes in white ball cricket remains unknown. Losing 5-0 to Australia and 2-1 to Pakistan in back-to-back T20 series places a lot of doubt about West Indies' ability to play against opposition that is challenging. Without finding the right remedy to address the slide, head coach Darren Sammy and captain Shea Hope will have to motivate the troops for the ODI series against Pakistan.
If I had the answers, we would be winning all the time. So that's the honest answer right now. I don't know if you want me to say something else, but it's just one of those things. Like you're playing in franchises, you guess you're getting information, you're gaining experience, but regardless of what's happening, you got to come and do it for the region. It's something that we haven't been doing. The reality is reality. But like I said, if I have the answers, then we would be winning. It's just not happening for us.
Rightly so, Hope is frustrated and it doesn't get any better. The Windies narrowly have the edge over Pakistan in ODIs in the Caribbean, winning 16 of the 33 matches played, while their opponents have registered 15 wins. Additionally, the last three-match series between the two sides was played in 2017 at Providence in Guyana, and Pakistan won 2-1. However, the Windies can take heart that Pakistan's performances have been below par in 2025. The men in green have only won one match out of 8 fixtures this year. Looking at the record book, there has only been one ODI match played at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy, so the conditions will be a major factor.
First thing is adaptation. Every single place we play in the Caribbean or, well, here for example in the US, conditions are so different. So the first thing we need to do is assess, see what's best best plans to formulate for that particular surface, the wind conditions, all these things we got to take into account. But you know they're going to bowl a lot of spin at us, and the way how we negate those spinners in the middle overs is going to be very crucial for us as batters. And same thing with the ball, we got to find ways to keep making inroads in the same middle overs. So start with the power play and try to put them under pressure early, and then just try to keep taking wickets through the innings and limit their bleeding in the middle.
That day-night match between West Indies and Pakistan starts at 2 p.m. with live coverage on MCTV's ESPN channel.
That channel number is 308. That's a look at news until now. We'll have more news coming up at 12 noon here on CBC TV8. Morning Barbados breaks here. We're back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations. lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons which will surprise many is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
14 after 7 o'clock. I haven't done this in a little while. I can't wait to do it with you now, to invite you to call me on 228-5562 or 228-5563 and answer a riddle. We have not done this in a while, so don't lose your shine. Give me a call, 228-5562 or 228-5563. Your riddle is, people buy me to eat, but I cannot be eaten. What am I? 228-5562 or 228-5563. People buy me to eat, but I cannot be eaten. So, what am I? I know you think it impossible, but it's possible. So what do you think that answer is? People buy me to eat, but I cannot be eaten. What do you think that is? What am I? 228-5562 or 228-5563. If it's hard, good. If it's easy, great. Call me, 228-5562 or 63. People buy me to eat, but I cannot be eaten. What do you think I am? Call me right now and let me know. What do you think I could possibly be? Have you ever bought something to eat, but it could not be eaten? What could that be? And it's something that I'm telling you that you do. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning, Pearson. This is Gail from Christchurch.
Hello, Gail of Christchurch. How are you doing, Gail of Christchurch?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking, Gail. How was your weekend?
It was very quiet.
Oh, you stayed in?
Yes.
That was your
4 days, yes.
That was your choice, right?
Yes, it was.
You don't like to mix up so?
No, I don't take part in the event.
Fair enough. So what did you do?
I did some elderly care. That was my assignment for the weekend.
That is nice. You're a woman of business, I'm telling you, girl, Gail. So,
Yes.
Gail, what's your answer?
The only thing I can think of is a fork.
A fork.
Yes, please.
People buy me to eat, but I cannot eat it. That's an excellent answer, Gail.
Woohoo!
But it's not the one I have, Gail. Take back in your woohoo, man. But that's good, you know. Seriously, Gail, that is fantastic, as a matter of fact. You know, you're causing me to stop and pause and think if I shouldn't give it to you. Perhaps I should give. Should I give it to you, Gail?
I think so.
Because I mean, yours sounds really right because it aligns with what mine is. So I'll give it to you, Gail. Mine is really a plate.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
So I would give it to you. So, well done. So woohoo! Give me the woohoo. Well done, Gail. Have a good day.
You too as well. Thanks.
Thank you so much indeed. She's right. I had a plate, but Gail came with a fork. Cheese on bread, man. All right. New question. New question. With pointed fangs, I sit and wait. With piercing force, I crunch our fate. Grabbing victims, proclaiming might, physically joining with a single bite. What am I? Do it again, Pearson. All right. With pointed fangs, I sit and wait. With piercing force, I crunch our fate. Grabbing victims, proclaiming might, physically joining with a single bite. What am I? Obvious as the sun above. 228-5562 or 228-5563. Use your imagination. I tried to be really poetic with it, so I hope that you got it. With pointed fangs, I sit and take this call. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks.
Good. You're welcome. Who's this calling?
Jefferson.
Jefferson. And where are you watching from, Jeff?
St. George.
Jefferson. Yeah, Jefferson of St. George. Had a good weekend, Jefferson?
Yes, I can't complain.
What did you do, Jefferson?
I just did some work.
Around the house or on the house?
Around the house and around the church. Also.
Oh, well done, Jeff. What church you go to?
I go to Melverton.
Melverton, what's that? Anglican, Methodist?
Yeah, Melverton, Seventh-day Adventist.
Oh, the Seventh-day Adventist Church, indeed. And this is something you do often, work around the church? You love to do that?
Yeah, I love to do that. I love to do to work for the Lord.
Amen on that, Jefferson. I admire you for that. So you do gardening or landscaping, that kind of thing?
Yeah, sometimes most of the time.
In other words, Jefferson, what do you do around the church?
Mostly mason work.
Mason work.
We're doing some construction right now. So.
Yeah. You're working for the Lord. You're building the kingdom brick by brick, moment by moment. Yeah. Well done, Jefferson. I'm proud of you. So, Jeff, what do you think the answer is?
It's cutlery. And it's cutlery, a plate.
Oh, you know, get there, Jefferson. Jefferson, we gone past that so long. You know why? Jefferson? Hello?
Why?
Because the thing that you're watching us on is driven by broadband, correct?
Okay.
Am I right? Am I right?
Yeah.
So therefore, there's that lag. Because the other service provider takes what we do, whatever, and then it comes to you. And by the time it gets to you, we have gone past that so long. What time is it saying to you now?
Time.
Don't worry about Jeff. You're a good Christian. You're a good Christian. I'm not going to do that to you. So, Jefferson, anyway, you're wrong. You're wrong, all right?
Okay.
Thanks a lot, buddy. Yeah. Father, forgive me. Father, forgive me. All right, folks, that one shall linger for just a moment because I'll have to take a break, and we're coming back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about during tough times. Save this number. Lifeline Barbados is just a call away. Remember, you can reach out whenever you need to talk.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados at
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
23 minutes now after 7 o'clock. You know, when you sit with people you like, it just feels so much easier to talk to them indeed. Simon Allen is a man I like. Simon, good morning to you, my
Good
brother.
morning to you, man, Pearson, and good morning to Barbados.
We're having big conversations today, by
That's
the way.
right. It's all about Curry Festa 15.
Yeah, indeed.
And Barbados has the privilege once again to host Curry Festa, and we're so grateful that we can do that.
Yeah.
But before we start, I have a riddle for you. I see you got riddles for everybody.
Of course.
I got a riddle for you.
What's your riddle?
My riddle is this.
Make it easy.
What has teeth but does not eat?
What has teeth but does not eat?
Mm-hmm.
What has teeth that does not eat?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it could be a zipper. No, don't answer me. I ain't giving an answer yet. I'm just guessing. Hold on, man. Or you have to ask me, is that your final answer?
Is that your final
answer?
answer?
No, it's not. No, it's not. So I'm guessing for the moment. It could be a zipper. A zipper has teeth, but it does not eat unless it grabs your skin and then it can eat your skin up. Yeah, a real ouch.
Ooh, that's an ouch.
Put that on one side. And so the answer, could the answer comb?
That's right, a comb.
I'm right.
Yes, you're right. For once.
I got it
You're right
for
for once.
once. Simon, come on, man. But thanks for the riddle. Thank you.
Yeah, man, that's right.
Listen, I don't ever answer questions here.
All right, sorry, sir.
just so you
So
know.
the tables are
In this
turned.
role, I do the asking.
That's right.
All right, my
That's
brother.
right.
All right. So, big conversations are happening for Curry Festa 15.
That's
Curry
right.
Festa 15, by the way, folks, as I remind you, starts on the 22nd of August to the 31st. And there are several venues across the island where we encourage you to participate. Carryfesta.net is the website. Carryfesta.net is the website again. Carryfesta.net is the website. See the full slate of calendar and see where to go. But big conversations. This
Big
was a talk.
conversations, yes. Because one of the things we recognize is that Bajans especially, we have a voice, and there are a number of global issues, regional issues that affect us. And it's very important to get the input of the average Bajan about issues that pertain to our culture, about our identity, our history, and who we are as a people. And that's the thing about Curry Festa. The theme this year is Caribbean Roots, Global Excellence. So when we consider that, we know that we as Barbadians living on this small rock, 166 square miles, we see how our global influence is growing in terms of culture, in terms of sport, even in terms of leadership, because as you know, our current Prime Minister is regarded as one of the greatest leaders in the region at this point. So we have a lot to talk about in terms of who we are as a people and where we want to go as it relates to our identity and how we want to shape the narrative about the future of Barbados and the region.
Because we don't exist alone.
Exactly.
We are part of a grouping known as CARICOM.
That's right.
And so all of our similarities we want to bring to the fore, I suppose. But sometimes some of the solutions are unique to certain areas. We want to hear what those solutions are.
Of course.
And I suppose in these big conversations, you're tackling a range of ideas and issues. Yeah.
Correct. And I think that what is most important is that we want persons to recognize that although the issues are big, we have the intellectual capacity, we also have the creativity and the ingenuity to come up with the answers to deal with the questions of our future and contemporary issues facing us as a region.
One of which, by the way, happens to be Footprints in the Sand, Shifting Shores. I love these titles, by the way. Footprints in the Sand or Shifting Shores, Rising Tides, looking at climate change and creative legacies.
Correct.
And again, I'm like, wow. And shifting sands is morals, values, the way the society is built and constructed. And all of those things. So when we talk about creative legacies, that's how do we respond creatively as a space to these challenges that we face?
I think that one of the biggest challenges that we face as a region would be the preservation of our cultural identity.
Yes.
Because a lot of people tend to say that even as Bajans, we don't have an accent. We do have an accent. We do have things that are unique to us, how we talk, whether it's how we stir the ice in our glasses when we're having a drink. I don't know, like a rum and coke, you know, how we speak, how we share ideas, how we do our storytelling. All of these things are unique to our cultural identity. And I really want to big up, as we would say, big up the CARIFESTA Secretariat, all of the men and women who are working assiduously to make CARIFESTA 15 memorable and unforgettable.
Yeah, there are going to be a number of big conversations happening.
Of course.
And these conversations are going to be happening in different spaces.
That's
but
right.
also led and conducted, and you hear the opinion of a range of academics across the island and average people as well who have a point of view to share.
Correct.
And so we can either come and sit or we can come and engage, but we can learn for sure.
Definitely. And I think that right now in Barbados, since we would have had a history of community talks, you know, that we do a lot of town hall meetings in Barbados, that is part of our culture, where we also sit, we listen, but we also want to share our opinions and also, you know, change the narrative so that we have a greater understanding of who we are as a people and the things that we want to see, you know, in part of our identity, whether it's our culinary identity, whether as it relates to our dance, our music. All of those things shape who we are. And I think that coming out of a successful crop over, I think that going into CARIFESTA now, I think we are a lot more aware of who we are and what we have to offer to the world.
And that develops confidence.
Of course.
Confidence.
Of course.
One of the subject areas of conversation is something called heritage. I like that.
Heritage.
Heritage.
Yes.
Which is talking about from twisted crowns and inked skin to feathered defiance and glittered resistance. The Caribbean body is never just dressed. It is coded, crafted, and consecrated. And that's just the moot that is part of that discussion,
That's
you know,
right.
when we have those big conversations. And I mean, we could go on. They're looking at Rastafari Levity as creative industry incubators.
That's right.
Indeed, branding beyond borders, the CARICOM reparatory justice movement, the idea of Barbados. There are many conversations. So CARIFESTA for me is not just about what happens on the stage in terms of dance and music and everything else. It is also people sitting down. You know, I'll phrase it this way. In St. Kitts, the gentleman has since died. He had a series on the radio there known Under the Banyan Tree.
The banyan tree, yeah.
The banyan tree is like our big tree, the baobab tree.
Yeah, the baobab, correct.
And so people sat under the cool of the tree and shared. They talked. They had conversations. They taught. And so I see this being a critical part of CARIFESTA in that light, where we're all sitting for just a moment as a people and having conversations.
Deep conversations, meaningful conversations, and with towards a view of the way forward, preserving our heritage and who we are as a people. One of the things that I think that we have to look at, of course, is how do we get our culture out there in the world, because we have so much cultural imperialism, people trying to and also appropriate our culture. But as a people, we have to be very smart in how we get our culture out there, not just in our music and in our writing and in our paintings, but also our ideology, our mindset. We see our mindset and our fighting spirit when we look at cricket, the history of cricket, and the fact that cricket was more than just a sport for us, but also as a form of resistance. Yep.
On your screen, you see the front page, the landing page of the website, carifesta.net. And when you go there, you search for those conversations, search out the venues, the dates, the times, and they're happening at different times of the day. It's not a case of every night at 8 o'clock. They're happening at different times of the day, a series of conversations. Yeah, and on some days, you may have more than one conversation.
True.
And that's why it's important for you to make time to go to the website to see, and then make time to be a part of those conversations. One of which is, how do we repay the sacred debt? How do we repay the sacred debt? Haiti's monumental contribution to Caribbean civilization.
Correct.
That is a big conversation that will happen as well.
Very big conversation when we talk about resistance and struggle and identity. And the thing about it with the Caribbean is that, of course, our shared history would be the colonial experience. And every island dealt with the whole experience of the plantation differently. And there were different forms and types of resistance, not just in terms of rebellion, but how we were able to preserve our language and preserve communication, and even in terms of our culinary identity too, because there's a big difference when you go across the world, when you're eating Italian, but when you're eating Caribbean food, it's a whole different flavor, it's soul and everything, it's different.
You know, Carifesta starts on the 23rd, but the conversations start, on the 22nd, but the conversations start on the 23rd.
Correct.
So we are talking from the 23rd, according to what I'm seeing here, all the way down to the 29th.
That's right.
We're talking. So as people perform, as people move around, there are moments of conversation. Do not, I suppose, be so consumed by wanting to buy this or sample this or whatever the case may be. Spend time to have conversation.
Correct.
It's in that we build that connectivity.
That's right.
Because it's that global positioning of ourselves that Carifesta engenders. And so those conversations give us a chance to do so. Carifesta.net is the website.
That's right. And even on social media, there's Facebook, there's Instagram, there's a lot. And even as you drive around the island, you're seeing the large billboards and posters. So you know that something is happening. So Carifesta is here, and we just want persons to get ready to be a part of the discussion, to be a part of the activities, but more importantly, see what the Caribbean and Barbados has to offer, because we are showcasing our best in music, in fine arts, in culinary arts, in fashion, across all of the disciplines, because as you know, Carifesta is a showcase of the best multidisciplinary various things that we can do and that are part of our culture as a people. So that's very important.
I love the youth village.
Yes.
The youth village excites me beyond measure in Barbados Community
the
College.
youth village excites you, but I think there's an age restriction for people.
Father, forgive him. Forgive him. All right.
I just get it.
No problem. You are also the coordinator of comedy.
Yes, please.
Talk to me a little bit about that.
All right. So we're going to be having two comedy nights under the name Cat Luck in Dog Luck. So we're celebrating and highlighting the best in comedy in Barbados and across the region. So you'll be seeing a lot of faces that you're familiar with, whether it's Janine White, Queen Archibald Cox, when we think about Di Brown and Sun Rock, Biko, Jason, even outside of Barbados now regionally, we have Rachel Price. Yeah, we have Johnny Daly. We have Chris Gopal and Jumby from Guyana, and the list goes on. So there will be a lot of exchange in comedy.
Yes.
And you will recognize that in Barbados, our style of comedy is different as opposed to the region. I think sometimes we do a lot more skits-based comedy, but we have a lot more stand-up comedy this time. So we don't want people to miss it. So the 27th and the 28th of August, you'll be getting a lot more details about the comedy. Yes.
For sure.
Carifesta, comedy nights.
Indeed. But the big conversations start August 23rd to the 29th. There are several conversations each day. And so we want you to go to the website or follow social media to see when, where, how you can be a part. Because these conversations not only just open up the possibilities, but they find solutions as well. And your input is critical. I think for every student of history, for every student of literature, for all of us as a people, we should be a part of these conversations because it's who we are. Let's talk. Indeed. So, Simon, thanks.
Thank you so much,
as always.
person.
You want riddle?
Yeah, give me a riddle. Let me see if I can solve it now or later. Or later.
Later,
Probably
no
later.
problem, big brother. All right, Morning Barbados takes a break here. We're back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray Microbiome Probiotics and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
22 minutes now to go to 8 o'clock. Crop over is over, but nope, it ain't over. You better believe it. Not until we say it is over indeed. And so we want to spend some time now to take a little bit of a look back. Grand Kaduma Day, that sun was something else, but a number of you braved it and you went out there, you had a ball. It was a spectacle indeed. And you would have heard Janine Edwards from Slam 100.5 talk to us a little bit yesterday about how she experienced it. She thought it was phenomenal as a Trinidadian. And so we thought it was equally phenomenal because we do know we have winners, one of who was Betty West, winning the large band of the year. And so if you missed it, take a look at it now as we celebrate with Betty West Productions.
All right, we ready for the Betty West production this year called Journey of Excellence. The 2025 Betty West Productions takes a journey of reflection into her 34 years of presenting bands for Grand Kadooment. Betty celebrates her achievement as a champion band leader over the years. Today, she presents some of the bands which won her Band of the Year. Opening this presentation is a flag person presented today as the Mother Sally. All right, here is the flag person. portraying a costume titled Stop the Stigma. This portrayal represents a section in the winning band of 2015 Positive Vibes. The costume reflects an exciting combination of red, gold, and black with spectacular wings that symbolize the limitless possibilities for people afflicted with HIV. The presence of hearts and messages of love highlight the foundational approach towards breaking the stigma surrounding HIV. Betty West, the lady herself, producing bands for 34 years.
Oh yeah, that deserves a round of applause for sure.
That deserves a big round of applause.
Yeah, Betty West, Bethaline.
And still carrying her individual costume. Now look at Patricia Moore. She is celebrating Agrofest. She portrays a section in Betty West Band of 2005. Big up them Bajan events. This was another highly successful one for the band leader. The costume portrays the annual National Agricultural Festival. The exciting display of colorful fruits and vegetables is set against the lush green background, encouraging everyone to let us grow what we eat and eat what we grow. The message is amplified by the grace and ease with which Pat presents it. The splendor of the costume is clearly seen as Pat magnificently parades, highlighting the Bajan produce of a healthy lifestyle.
I have the legend here with me herself, Betty West, still marshalling her troops, even as she takes time with us. Happy crop over.
This year it was a trial for me. I didn't sleep last night. I worked harder than ever because of lack of sponsorship. But I was determined to put on a spectacle that Barbadians and everybody in the world would be happy about.
Individual going for gold. No, going for gold. A tribute to the Barbados Chelsea Flower Show. This theme is called Legacy, carried by Sharika Bennett. We know that in the heart of London, thousands gather each year to witness the world's finest floral artistry. For over a decade, Barbados has stood tall among the best, bringing home gold, silver, gilt, and silver awards, proudly waving the flag of our island in full bloom. This is a tribute to the Barbados Chelsea Flower Show, in an individual presentation titled Legacy, as worn by Sharika Bennett. This section awakens the artistic soul of the garden. It celebrates our creative excellence, our bold colors, and the deep-rooted unity we carry across the oceans. All right, Shanika, you're gone. Wanna look good? Big Rosa, enjoy. Get ready to get on the road now. Where's Quincy? Where's Quincy? Where's Quincy Jones? Quincy? All right, good to see you, brother. Take a bow, take a bow, take a bow, man. Take a bow. Very good job, very good. Enjoy your time on the road, huh?
First band to be judged today.
Gardens Come Alive, we are saying goodbye to Zenobia and the section down to the gardens. They will continue to celebrate the entire bit. Sissy, you get that from? Thank you very much, Zenobia. Thank you very much.
So there you had it, some of the bands as they paraded across the stage for Kadooment 2025. The last one you saw was Zenobia there. They won the Large Band of the Year Heritage. So we'll take a break here. We're coming back to talk even more about Carry Festa 15. Back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons which will surprise many is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end. And what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We have 10 minutes till 8 o'clock. Rashida Britain is coordinating theatre arts. You know what we're talking about here. We're talking about productions that make us laugh. We see ourselves, make us a little bit uncomfortable at times. That's all right, because we're showcasing the best the region has to offer at CARIFESTA 15. And so, Rashida, good morning to you.
Good morning.
As you can tell, I am excited about this. Are you equally excited?
I am elated about it, to be honest. One of the sayings I go by is theatre is life.
Yeah.
And if that means what it means to me, it means that everything we do is theatre. So everything that you're about to see at CARIFESTA 15 has an element of theatre in it. So I am over the moon.
So in other words, we're going to see ourselves.
Definitely, right? Because theatre is a magnifying glass that allows us to enhance what is happening in reality and give it back to the community, whether that be in comedy, tragedy, telling us about history. It is there to show us who we are, what we could possibly become, what we need to change, what we need to develop. I mean, it's all around us.
Wow. I cannot imagine how you go about just putting it all together, coordinating all of this, because we have delegations coming from around the region.
Yes.
So can you give us a taste of what we can expect?
Oh, wow. There are many CARICOM countries coming in to play here. We have productions from Jamaica, Trinidad, St. Lucia, Guyana, Grenada, the works, right? And it's really exciting to be on this side of the fence.
Yes.
I've been to other CARIFESTAs where I was performing or part of an audience watching a production. So sitting here, being able to bring all of these productions together, bringing all of the territories under one umbrella is exhilarating. And we don't only have our brothers and sisters within the CARICOM community, but we've also gone far and wide. We have people from Venezuela coming. We have productions from Ghana, from Nigeria. So it's really exciting how we are coming together to showcase our culture, to share, to live and breathe who we are as individuals.
Listen, you have me trembling with excitement because I think it's going to be outstanding what we will see on the stages that are going to be hosted across the island. And so with all of these people coming, with all of these different themes, with all of these opportunities to open up the lens and see ourselves for just a moment, we want everybody of every age. Would there be a production where a young child can come watch?
Definitely.
I'm just asking for a reason. You know what I'm talking about, because some things can get a little bit beyond 18
Yes, definitely. So we have productions for all ages, right? And outside of the productions, we also have, for example, in the Grand Market, Play a Story, where children are invited to come out on the Saturday and Sunday to get exposed to the culture of storytelling, right? So you come in, you get the story, and you might get to act it out, right? And if you're not comfortable with that, you can sit and just take in the story. So we have things like that for the children. From the Barbadian side of things, we have Man Overboard, which is something focused on children to youth. So that's pretty exciting. From us, and then other territories coming in are also bringing things that children can be exposed to. So you have things that deal with folklore, because the overall theme is Caribbean Roots Global Excellence, right? So you expect to see who we are on the stage, not just don't want to call names, but you know, when you're reading your literature books, most times you go far and wide. But right now, we are asking ourselves to showcase who we are as people, right? As a community. So you will have productions like that. The production coming from Ghana, for example, that's for all ages. It tells the story of what we know in history as the richest man in the world, Mansa Musa, right? And that's open to children to come in to watch. It's a musical production. It's exciting, it's engaging. Our national production also a tribute to Irving Burgee. Children are also invited out to come to see that. It's a musical on his legacy, right? And so we're not leaving out any age groups. There are definitely going to be some that are just for youth. There are definitely going to be some that are just rated R. So we're definitely going to make sure that we note those things so that people know, okay, well, today's Sunday, I can bring my kids out to view this, or I can do this workshop that is geared towards children.
Oh, there are workshops too?
Definitely, there are workshops.
Talk to me, girl.
Okay. So one of the workshops we have, I must start here, would be our storytelling workshop with Mr. Paul Keynes Douglas, right?
Tanty Bella.
Right? And I'm super excited about that. So that's a
Yes.
full day workshop geared towards practitioners. It is capped for that particular one, but then we have others. So within the youth village, we have cultural farm tasters happening where you'll get a taste of landship, tuck band, stick licking, and the list goes on. So there is something for everybody. There's also youth play youth, right? Where the youth get to come out and showcase their playmaking pieces. It has to be something that they develop themselves. So we get to see the creativity of our younger generation and not just the adults.
And all of this you can see on carifesta.net, right? We can
Yes.
to see
So
the
when you
whole
go onto the
calendar
website, the
event.
calendars are
populating as it goes.
as we go. Yeah.
All right. So carifesta.net, because I know I can hear you all already. So when are these nights? When are these things happening? carifesta.net, and follow them on social media. Go to the website every single moment, every single day, and get to know when, where, and how you can be a part of it indeed. And so, would these productions be full-scale productions or scaled-down productions?
So some of them are 1 hour productions. I would say you still get the full production component of it because you can have a 35-minute production,
That gives
for
you the full
example,
thing.
coming from Guyana. And then you could have an hour-long production. We have some of those from Barbados, Grenada, the list. And then you actually have some territories that brought 2-hour length productions. So you'll get a bit of everything. For example, with the ones coming that are 1 hour in length, when you go to those productions, you actually get more than one. So you might end up seeing 2 productions, one from Guyana, one from Barbados. Then you might go to another one and you see Grenada and you see Antigua, right? So they're paired together based on themes. So you might get a tragedy and a comedy going in there.
Sweet.
Then you might get one dealing with historical drama or historical fiction. So the themes are what are bringing us together. Again, under Caribbean roots, showcasing to the world what we can bring. So you get a bit of everything. Yeah.
Sounds as though you need a passport with everything, so you just tick and go. Yes, I've done this. Where's the other one? And you rush over there.
Yes. And make sure you take off those territories that you were able to see.
Yes, indeed. You need to track this, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, follow Carifesta on social media. Go to the website, carifesta.net. Theatre arts.
Yes.
All around. I mean, the expression of who we are, the seeing of who we are, the immersion into who we are is what the theatre arts will bring out. And so we want to be a part of it indeed.
What I'm excited about as well is that some of these productions are not just us. Let's say, for example, Barbados showcasing Barbadian work. So the Mansa Musa production, we are now connecting through continents, right? So they are bringing 60 cast members and 40 Barbadians will then be joining their cast.
Wow.
Then we have 10 to 1 from Trinidad and Tobago. And Barbadians are also going to be joining that production, right? So we have a mix. And we're sharing here.
Rashida,
we're sharing.
You have to come back. You have to come back because I'm out of time. You have to, yes, the time went so swiftly. You have to come back because it sounds so exciting. And I know that Barbadians are feeling the same way, so they need more.
Yes, no problem. I'm ready to share.
Good. Talk to my producer. Let's see what we can do.
No problem at all.
Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Folks, go to the website, carifesta.net, follow on social media, and see for yourself so that you can be there. Don't miss a single beat of Carifesta 15. That's it for today. My little crew joins me saying to all of you, have a lovely day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Enjoy the money she spend, take charge, baby, you in charge. Big up the gal who just come out and polish your friend and party straight to the end. Take charge, baby, you in charge. Boy, inhale and go down in the squad. Exhale when you bring it back up. Take your time, tick tick like a clock. You in charge of the walking up. So set up yourself and get ready to bang. Y'all put your 2 hands up on your head. Balance the thing when you lift what you like. I like the gal who just push back over the face. Enjoy the money she spend. Charge, baby, you in charge. Big up the gal who just come out and polish your friend and party straight to the end. Take charge, baby, you in charge. You in charge, you is the boss. You in the front, doing the dog. You do the work, you get the job. Flicking your hair, sweat at the bob. Boy, box the big, boy, hug she said thick. Boy, this gal magical and mystic. I like the gal who just push back over the face. Enjoy Morning